If they play dirty, outsmart them mentally. Do it because this world doesn't hand out trophies for having the cleanest heart. It rewards the sharpest mind. Machiavelli is often misunderstood. Weak thinkers dismiss him as a teacher of evil because they are uncomfortable with the cold, hard truth of human nature. But what he actually taught was far more dangerous than evil. He taught awareness. He taught survival. He taught you how to stand upright in a room where everyone else is already lying. Take a hard look at your life, your workplace, your social circle. You will notice something unsettling. The people who manipulate you rarely look like monsters. They look calm. They look reasonable. They smile while they rearrange the chessboard against you. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. True power doesn't come from shouting. It comes from positioning, from patience, from knowing exactly how people think when they believe no one is watching. If someone is playing dirty with you, it's not because they are stronger than you. It's because they understand the mechanics of human behavior without the safety net of morality. They know that good people hesitate. They know that decent people wait for fairness, hope for the best, and believe intentions matter. Dirty players don't think like that. They don't attack your strength. They ambush your expectations. They wait for you to assume decency, and the moment you do, they strike. This isn't about becoming cruel. It isn't about lying or cheating. It is about waking up to the environment you are actually in. Refusing to see the game doesn't take you out of it. It just makes you the easiest pawn on the board. Machiavelli never promised peace. He promised position. He promised clarity. And once you understand how power actually moves, you stop being surprised by human behavior. You stop reacting. You stop explaining. And you stop bleeding energy to people who do not deserve access to your emotions. The first hard truth you need to swallow is why dirty players target good people. It attacks your self-image, but you must accept it. You aren't being targeted because you're weak. You're being targeted because you are consistent. You are transparent. You behave the same way with everyone, expecting the same moral code in return. That consistency is a map for anyone who wants to use you.
Dirty players don't hunt power directly. They hunt patterns. They look for the person who pauses before pushing back, the one who gives the benefit of the doubt, the one terrified of awkward silences. These aren't character flaws, they are signals, and signals invite exploitation. The moment you assume the other side plays by your rules, you hand them control. Machiavelli understood that morality without awareness isn't virtue, it's exposure. When they know exactly how much disrespect you'll tolerate before you break, they don't have to guess, they just calculate. Stop volunteering your limits. Stop owing consistency to people who haven't earned your trust. The solution is strategic ambiguity. You don't change who you are inside, you change what you show outside. This leads to the art of controlled weakness. Raw force attracts resistance. When you walk into a room projecting total dominance and capability, people close ranks, they defend, they hide their intentions. But when you allow yourself to appear slightly less capable than you are, the atmosphere shifts. This isn't about feigning incompetence, it's about camouflage. It's allowing others to underestimate your reach. When people think they have the advantage, they get sloppy, they talk too much, they reveal their hand. Machiavelli observed that impatience is born from perceived superiority. Let them think they are winning. Let them think you missed the subtle dig. While they are busy celebrating their cleverness, you are gathering the intelligence needed to bury them. Consider the trap of explanation. Machiavelli warned against unnecessary honesty, not because truth is bad, but because explaining yourself is a transfer of power. The instant you start justifying your decisions, you are asking for approval. You are submitting your reasoning to their judgment. Dirty players love this. They don't listen to understand you. They listen to find the thread they can pull to unravel you. Every detail you offer is a surface area they can attack. Authority rarely explains itself. It announces decisions. It acts. When you stop rushing to clarify your intentions, you force others to sit in the discomfort of their own assumptions. Silence is a weapon because it cannot be misquoted. It cannot be twisted. It forces the other side to project their own fears onto you. You must also recognize that the most dangerous players never attack you directly. They position you. Direct conflict is expensive and risky. Positioning is subtle. They don't push you. They create the circumstances where you trip over yourself. They wait until you are tired or rushed. They frame the context so that any response you make looks emotional or unreasonable.
If you defend yourself against a subtle implication, you look guilty. If you get angry at a passive-aggressive comment, you look unstable. They rely on you playing a role in a script they wrote. The counter-move is composure. Refuse the role. When you don't react, their positioning fails because there is nothing to leverage. And then there is the trap of fairness. Fairness is a beautiful concept for a courtroom, but in the trenches of psychological warfare, it is a vulnerability. You cling to fairness because it feels safe. You think if you follow the rules, the outcome will be just. But fairness only exists when both sides agree to it. Dirty players exploit your commitment to being fair. They step over the line while counting on you to stay behind it. You hesitate to escalate because you don't want to be mean. They don't share that hesitation. Stop looking for balance. Look for accuracy. Respond to reality as it is, not as you wish it to be. When someone acts in bad faith, you don't owe them a fair fight. You owe them a consequence. Learn to master the delayed response. Speed is often just anxiety in disguise. Dirty players thrive on urgency. They want an answer now. They want a reaction now. They want to force you into a rhythm that isn't yours. When you delay, you break their tempo. You disrupt their expectation. Silence creates a vacuum that they feel compelled to fill. They start second-guessing. Did you hear them? Are you angry? Are you planning something? Their confidence turns into restlessness. By simply waiting, you reverse the pressure. You protect yourself from emotional manipulation because you give your logic time to catch up with your feelings. Power is felt in the things that do not rush. They will try to destabilize your identity. This is gaslighting at a tactical level. If they can make you question your own memory, your own motives, or your own character, they own you. They don't need to fight you if they can get you to fight yourself. They will frame your boundaries as selfishness. They will frame your clarity as arrogance. This is designed to make you hesitate. The defense is internal anchoring. You must define who you are privately so that external commentary hits a wall, not a nerve. When you trust your own compass, their attempts to steer you become obvious, even pathetic. Use the weapon of inconsistency. Stability makes you comfortable, but it makes you predictable, and predictability is a death sentence in strategy. If they know you always answer the phone, always apologize first, or always seek compromise, they can script the entire interaction before it happens. Controlled inconsistency breaks the algorithm. Be available, then distant. Be engaged, then withhold. This isn't about being chaotic, it's about being unreadable. When they can't predict the reward schedule, they become obsessed. They become cautious. They stop taking you for granted because they no longer know what to expect. Understand the power of walking away. Disengagement is the ultimate disruption. Dirty players need a partner for their game. They need you to argue, to defend, to struggle. Participation confirms their relevance. When you simply remove yourself, their entire structure collapses. There is no one to manipulate. Walking away signals that you are self-sufficient, that you do not need their resolution or their validation. It creates fear because it creates the unknown. They are left wondering if they went too far. Power doesn't always need to have the last word. Sometimes power is just the exit sign. Finally, embrace the Machiavellian truth. Peace is temporary, but position is permanent. Do not try to win every exchange. Aim to become unreachable. The goal isn't to control them, it is to have absolute command over yourself. When your internal state cannot be hijacked, their external tactics lose all value. When you become expensive to deal with, when you require respect as the price of admission, they will go look for a cheaper target, not because you changed them, but because you outgrew them. Power isn't loud, it isn't a hustle, it is quiet alignment. It is the ability to adjust the environment rather than reacting to it. The moment you stop reacting on command, the moment you stop fearing the silence, and the moment you stop proving your intentions, the dynamic flips. People will become careful around you, not because you threatened them, but because they can't read you anymore. And unreadable people are dangerous. You don't become powerful by adding noise. You become powerful by removing the handle they use to grab you. If you see the game, you can stop playing it. You don't win by fighting dirty. You win by becoming untouchable. Stay sharp, stay aware, and never play a game you don't understand.